Hello, and welcome to the Abundology Podcast. My name is Renee Spears, and I'm a law of attraction coach and mentor and a spiritual advisor. And I help people be happy and have more money, love, time, and joy in their lives. I'm coming to you from downtown Portland, Oregon, and this is the weekly energy update for the week of December 6, 2020. Every Sunday, I talk about how the energy is going to be for the week ahead, and I also infuse the show with some positive vibes, so you do get a little positive energy boost just for listening. And we made it to December, and 2021 is only a month away. Thank goodness. December is a magical month filled with so many energies, some of which we already are familiar with, and then others that are like shiny and new. So we know that 2020 was always destined to be a year of awakening and change. We talked about 2020 for the last 3 months, really, of 2019 on this podcast. So all through the year, we have seen so many historically defining alignments taking place. And of course, same things happening for December. It wouldn't be 2020 without, more stuff happening in December. So we just had a lunar eclipse last week, and we have a solar eclipse next week. So right now we are in between eclipses. This month we also have the solstice. We have a really special full moon, and we have that fated alignment of Jupiter and Saturn, which is known as the Great Conjunction. And the Great Conjunction is really going to steal the show this month because it's really rare and it has strong energy. And while the Great Conjunction happens every 20 years or so, for the past 200 years, it's mostly been in earth signs. So this year, the Great Conjunction takes place in an air sign of Aquarius. And as Jupiter and Saturn align in Aquarius for the first time in centuries, it jumpstarts this new 200-year cycle. And that is believed to be the time where the age of Aquarius starts. So we've been hearing, in this song, the age of Aquarius, when was that? From the 60s, maybe? We've heard about Aquarius coming and the age of Aquarius coming. And this is a time when our planet evolves into higher consciousness. So there's no doubt that December is going to be a big and busy month, but it's important to keep in mind that this is just the beginning. We are just at the start of this new 200-year cycle. So tomorrow, December 7th, we have a moon wobble. I had no idea what a moon wobble was, but when I was doing the research for this week's podcast, it was kind of interesting. So in a moon wobble, the moon is in a square alignment, which is 90 degrees, to the lunar nodes. And that is called a moon wobble. And it typically takes place during an eclipse gateway, which is the time between two eclipses. And this can bring heightened energy that makes us feel off balance. So internally, we're maybe not feel balanced and things might feel a little wobbly or off. But this is a time when we are literally off balance too. So be really careful about tripping and falling. Especially careful around ladders for the next couple days. This week on Saturday, 12/12, we have another important day in numerology. 12/12 is a powerful number that indicates wholeness and completion. So we have 12 months in a year. There are 12 signs in the zodiac. And it's only once that we have experienced all of these 12 states that we kind of gain a bigger perspective and understanding about where we have been. Sometimes it's only when we reach the end of a cycle that we can really begin to understand the journey and what has happened. The awareness of the bigger picture and this sense of completion is the energy that 12 holds. But on the 12th day of the 12th month, this energy is really strong. So the numerology code of 1212 gives us the opportunity to see things from even greater perspective and levels of consciousness. This is the time when we can look back on the year 2020 and maybe start to make some sense out of some things that happened. And means that we're getting to the end of things. So also pay attention to your dreams on 1212, as they're probably going to have some really deep messages for you from your soul. And also look for messages and signs from the universe. So 1212, Pay attention on that day to anything out of the ordinary that happens to you that is likely a sign or a message from your soul and the universe. We also have a new moon solar eclipse next week on the 14th, and we'll talk more about that next week. But it's this burst of fresh energy. It indicates new beginnings and great change. So this eclipse is aligned with the chart of our country also, so we might be seeing something significant happening in our country this week too. So we have the 12-12, which is like endings, looking back from a greater perspective and figuring out what went on. And then on the 14th, we have this new moon solar eclipse, which is all about new energy and fresh beginnings. So you start to get the picture. We're wrapping up 2020. Thank you, baby Jesus. And we're moving into 2021. And as we move into winter right now, I want to share some of the Ayurvedic tips to kind of help keep us in harmony with nature. As you know, Ayurveda has been India's traditional health system for thousands of years. It literally translates into science of life, and it holds these ancient secrets to living a balanced and fulfilling life. So Ayurvedic treatments and lifestyle advice helps us live in harmony with our surroundings. It gives us some tools to counteract the effect of our external world. And we could probably use as many tools as we can get right now. And I love the shift into winter because for me, it's all good, fun stuff. Okay, so the first thing that we should do to help balance ourselves is rest. Yay! Just like animals hibernate during the winter, the increased darkness is a sign that we need more sleep this time of year. So go to bed earlier and sleep in. The second thing we get to do is move our body every day, whether that's walking or dancing around the living room. Just move your body. Third thing, keep warm. Do all the things that keep you warm, like wearing a hat and scarf when you go outside, like putting on a beanie and warm socks, even inside, that's totally fine. Like taking a warm bath at least once a week. And then adding warming spices and herbs to your diet, like cinnamon, ginger, chili powder, paprika, nutmeg. In the summer, we talked about like taking out the hot, spicy things out of our diet. And this is the time of year when we get to add in the hot, spicy things. We also want to drink some warm drinks, warm tea, warm water, hot chocolate, which we can easily add the cinnamon and the nutmeg to. And then just try to stay away from any cold or iced drinks. And then finally, get on a routine. In Ayurveda, routine is deeply important. Your body is actually already programmed to follow the earth. We have this innate inner cycle called the circadian rhythm. So Ayurvedic medicine encourages us to pay attention to this inner rhythm. And in winter, I love it. I love it all the time, but I really love it in winter when we get to get up with the sun. So the morning hours from 6 to 10 is a slower time. We want to eat a light breakfast. We want to meditate or do light exercise. And then from 10 to 2, just 4 hours, this is our most energetic time of the year when we want to maybe do heavy duty exercise, eat a big lunch. And this is our most productive time. So any work tasks or things you need to get accomplished, we want to do those between 10 and 2. And then between 2 and 6, things start to slow down again. We want to just save anything that doesn't really require mental ability or that's mentally taxing for those hours between 2 and 6. So do the heavy duty thinking between 10 and 2. And then eating dinner before 6 o'clock for, the best digestion. And then from 6 to 12, we really slow it down. We get ready want to be in bed probably by 10 o'clock. We have gentle yoga, a little meditation. We light some candles. We put on flannel pajamas. It's just lovely. So we probably would do all these things anyway, but be mindful that when you're doing them, that you're doing them to keep your body in harmony. Just the fact that you're acknowledging that gives you a little extra boost. Okay, so to recap, Monday, we may feel a little off balance or wobbly. And with the date of 12/12, we are finishing up the cycles of 2020 and we're moving forward into 2021. So start thinking about 2021 and how you want to be next year. We have some really good stuff coming in the next couple of weeks. And with that, there'll be more change. So let's go into this time of change being as balanced as we can with the simple Ayurveda things like getting more sleep, keeping warm, taking hot baths, drinking hot drinks, and staying on a schedule. All these things will really help. I also have teamed up with my friend Jamie for a special. You get an hour session with me and then an hour Akashic Records reading with Jamie. And you get both of those things for only $200. And this is a really great way to also get ready for 2021. The Akashic Records goes deep into your soul's records over lifetimes. You can discover patterns and make switches, ancestral switches in how you choose to live your life or are living your life. And then, of course, with me, we can talk about what's happening now and get a game plan for 2021. Also, my gift certificates are now on sale, 50% off. I haven't advertised this yet, but I figured I would tell you guys. So this, you could buy one for yourself, you can buy one for your friend, and you can get all of that on my website, abundology.com. Oh man, there's a lot going on this December, but it feels good. It feels like we're wrapping up 2020. We're moving forward, starting to move forward into 2021 with good things happening. So as always, thank you for listening. Have a wonderful week, and I'll talk to you next week.